Hi, Moon Lovers. Imber here from Luna's Vault. And today we take 8 minutes on the clock to unlock some magic within. And I have my illustrious co-host. Hello, Kat.
Hello. Good morning.
Nice to see you today.
Nice to see you.
So, this topic that we've been working with, we've got this important key to unlock for this first quarter moon. And this topic has been materialize. And it's been a beautiful topic. It's so rich, it's so much fun. And it's weird in the fact that it's about uncertainty and humor. Right. So, kind of like humor in the face of confusion. I like thinking of it like that a little bit. And since we're at the first quarter moon, we go a little bit deeper with how to live with bravery, right? We've been tapping on our sacral chakra for some time now in this topic. So, with that said, I've got a question for you.
All
Are you
right.
ready?
I'm ready.
You set the timer, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So, my question for you, written over here, will you share a challenge or a setback that you faced and how it ultimately contributed to your personal growth?
Ooh, gosh. Let's see. Something specific? Because now, and something that we've discussed just recently, how thinking our life would look like, or what my life would look like at this
Mm.
age, being in our late 50s, later 50s, closer.
Let's just say mid. Let's just
A little past our mid
say
50s, but right. Right. And
mid, but mid's a really broad range.
exactly, exactly. So thinking about really what I thought my life would look like. And then I can't say that this is really a setback, but I think anytime that we have a vision for ourselves, that it produces some type of feeling, right? Because we have this expectancy. And so I don't really want to put it in the category of, as a setback, but I'm going to ask you to read the question to me again because I want to be very specific in answering it because I'm thinking that's where I'm going, but please read the question again.
Yeah, yeah. So share a challenge or setback you faced and how it ultimately contributed to personal growth.
Okay. So that's where I'm going with that answer is still that same thought of having an expectation for my life of being like what could accomplish. And the thing is I've had an amazing career for over 30 years. The same career, loved it, absolutely loved it, poured my whole entire life to it. But it wasn't, but I knew, but I've always known I was meant for more and so it wasn't necessarily that um, I was planning on changing, but when you have a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset, you're always open to growth. And I think something that I feel like a lot of people um, unknowingly experience is that when we're growing up, we always have that somebody asking you, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you working on? What are you learning? What are that expectation of that you're always learning. And then what happens is we get into this coasting with our careers and that type of thing. And it's like that level of like, well, what are you doing? It was like, well, I'm coasting. Well, nobody likes to coast. Like we don't get by on coasting. And so at some point we start thinking like, what is it I want for my life? What is it like, what do my end years I want them to look like? And so going back to thinking, so is it a setback that I'm not where I thought it would be because I never thought I wanted to retire. Like
Mm.
I've always thought I want to be a contributor, a creator. I am a creator, absolutely. So I don't fit the norms already, but thinking about how this ultimately has led me down this beautiful path of personal development. And when you start on the path of personal development, you want to surround yourself with other people that are on that path too. whatever that looks like. And and really being this age that we are, I think something that's been really cool that's come from this is that you and I doing this work together, because we've done it on our own for so many years, and yet when we
And,
decided to
and,
do it
and I
together.
think it's important to do it on your own, but yeah, once it comes together, it just expands so much faster.
Well, and the thing is you're still doing it on your own. Like that's, I mean, no matter what, nobody can do this for you. Like it's that's the thing. But when you put two together, it's like having a spark or having the air and that, the fan or something, that because it's like, hey, if I have an idea and I want to share it, or and going back to like we talked about at the new moon of like what will people think? It's like, hey, we have a safe container that you can come here and wear your headdress, come in a little tutu, or come in your little pajama pants. Like, we don't mind. We love this. And we're very happy to celebrate you.
Mm.
And it's that beautiful point of, so going back to the question of saying, like, I thought I had I thought I would do my career forever. I really thought, but I always knew I was meant for more. And starting on that personal development path of saying, that I wanted to have a community that I could celebrate in. And
Mm.
that's where, like, especially with the Luna's Vault Academy, has been such a gift of being, and something that, and that, yes, we created it ourselves, but the thing is we created it because we didn't see anything else for our age group. Like, that's what I feel like if you think about a young middle-aged woman or man or whatever, but specifically we cater to women. But what a young middle-aged woman looks like, feels like, wants to experience, we have that container, and
Yeah.
it's so magical. So
And it does take bravery to stand up for your beliefs and what you want from your future. And to do it, whether it is like changing careers or hitting a time in life where you're like thinking about retirement, that word is so totally different to what it meant to us, when we were 20. The thought of retirement meant, you get a watch and you sit in a Barca lounger with your hands down your pants watching TV, right? Like I
right.
didn't know what retirement was. I didn't get it. But that doesn't really exist much anymore, or it's changed to a different type of word, right?
Yes.
What you want the last several chapters of your life to be like. Um,
So that's it. There's our timer. So yeah, we've covered a lot definitely in our 8 minutes. And yeah, the whole bravery part is, I think it's brave to live life on your terms. I think that's really ultimately what it is that I see, is that no matter what, but if you don't have a community, build your own. But obviously we have a beautiful community inside Luna's Vault that we invite you to. And so what was your takeaway? Did you have a takeaway, or just
I,
what
I,
you
I found it really interesting what you said about the coasting thing. We teach, different phases, right? We work with the moon, we teach different phases and how that connects with our life. And, it is a beautiful feel of the do, right? There's time for action and there's time for rest. But I can see how too much rest, and sometimes we need it, right? We need that deep breath. We need that comfort and that coziness. And it's so easy to get stuck in that and not move on. So that be time turns into let's just coast and do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you do it by yourself, I think that's exactly what happens, because it's overwhelming and you don't realize that other people are experiencing the same things that you are. So coming in and being brave and saying, me too.
I
Once
love
again,
that.
it's like,
Yeah.
yes. So, okay, moon lovers, we'd love to hear from you. Tell us what you think. Are you the person who is brave or wants to be brave? Or maybe you've never considered it being brave to be yourself, be authentic. But that's what we're about in Luna's Vault. And we love authenticity, and we will celebrate the heck out of you. And, but we'd just love to hear from you. So until then, we'll see you. We'll see you until the full moon. We'll be back. So see you next time.
Happy manifesting.
Happy manifesting.